If you want to grow your business in 2021, I have one tip for you that will absolutely help skyrocket your conversions and make sure that your brand becomes something that people really can connect with. And it's video. If you're not doing video marketing, you are already leaving money on the table. There is so much value in doing video, and if you're not doing it now, then you should be, and here's why. Hi, I'm Shells Milne, 62 Marketing and Media, and I'm here to talk to you today about video marketing and give you 5 reasons why it should absolutely be the primary pillar in your upcoming marketing strategy. Don't mess around, video is where it's at. This is absolutely what you need to do if you want to grow your business online in 2021. 2020 pandemic proved that video marketing was, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the strongest methods, one of the strongest types of content that you can use to build your profile and to get your name and your business name out there. There's a couple of reasons for that. So I would like to spend the next few minutes just giving you 5 reasons why video should definitely be part of your marketing strategy going forward, and try and give you some hints and tips as to how you can actually start your YouTube channel and get out there. The first reason that I think everybody should be using video is quite simply that video is everywhere. Everyone's using it. Marketers are using it to great effect. Over 92% of them say that it's an important part of their strategy. And in 2020 alone, the average internet user was averaging 100 minutes per day of online video. That's a huge consumption rate. And so if you're not doing video, then you are literally leaving money out on the table. My second reason for doing video is that video commands attention in a completely different way to audio or text. If you are reading something or listening to something, there's always that chance that you're going to get distracted or interrupted, or anything else is going to catch your attention. All your senses are not consumed. If you're reading, you're viewing it and you're maybe thinking about it, but you could be hearing other things. If you are listening to a podcast, the chances are that you're probably doing something else. I listen to my podcast when I'm out walking, or when I'm doing something, or when I'm working on a boring task that I really don't enjoy, like invoicing. That's when I have these things on in the background. But video, because it commands both sight and sound and the thought process of maybe taking notes or giving it a different level of attention, is much more all-consuming. So people tend to get lost in video in a way that they maybe don't in other forms of content communication. And that leads me neatly to the third reason why video should really be a part of your strategy, and it's quite simple. People buy from people. Being able to look someone and see who they are and hear their expressions and understand their passion for the product and hear their tone when they're talking about that product that's so important to them and why they think it's important to you goes a long way towards shaping consumer opinion. You know yourself that when a friend recommends something to you, it has a lot more weight than if you read about that recommendation on an online page or in a blog or watch a review program on TV. So the same thing applies in video, except it's much more constant and it's much less in your face. Video can be hugely educational, and that education can feed into a sales funnel in a very informative way that helps consumers to understand not just how the product works, but why it will solve a problem for them and why they should consider this as an option in determining the solution that they require. And the fourth reason is that it's much more human. And this kind of feeds into my third point. Hearing how people deliver, how people speak, how people think, how people engage with you is a very human experience, and it's very hard to translate that onto a page or to deliver it solely by voice. The ability to see expression and see body language and see how people get involved in explaining their product is massively important to shaping how consumers perceive that, and much more motivational in helping them to see its possibilities as a solution provider for them. And the fifth, and potentially the most important reason for video in my book, is that video is such a rich form of content. Once you've made a video, it can be repurposed in so many millions of ways. It's a lot easier to invest the time and money in recording a video, which then can be stripped of its audio and turned into a podcast. It can be broken down into smaller snippets for Instagram and for YouTube. It can be turned into white papers and ebooks and instructional pieces of work. It can be reformatted and used in tutorials and in course content. It can be a training tool. Video can be utilized and repurposed in so many different ways that it makes it a very valuable investment of your time and technology, rather than writing a blog and then trying to write a video script from the back of that and trying to work out how that becomes an ebook or a white paper, or what the visual opportunities are for Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. The video already has captured that bit. All you have to do is select the most relevant aspects of it and package that up into something that makes sense for the channel that you've chosen. So the richness of video is a hugely important piece of the video marketing pie, and I would strongly encourage you, as a small business owner whose time could be easily wasted creating pointless content that's not going to generate anything for you, it's not going to do anything for you, invest a bit of time in getting comfortable in video. You don't have to be perfect, just start doing them. The thing about videos is you just need to get started, you just need to do them. And once you have a few there, things will pick up and life will get a bit easier.